Okay, in this video I am going to show you how to create challenge number 7, which is a pop-out off of a cell phone case or a cell phone. So yes, you are required to have something popping out, like Taylor Swift's arms. You do have to have text. Your text will have some type of filter on it as well. Okay, so for this challenge, you're going to design a cell phone case with a pop-out image. You will practice embedding images, working with layers, adding a layer mask and clipping mask, inserting text, and adding special effects. So this is the one I made up here. If you scroll down, you can see some other ones that were made by other students. Notice in some of them the text is actually going off of the case too, which is fine. So something has to be popping out, okay? So the first thing you should do is you should go to Google and find an image that you want to use, okay? And save it. Then you're gonna download this cell phone image. I've already downloaded mine, but you'll open it and then click the download arrow, so it'll go into your downloads folder. And then you will go into Photoshop. You will click on open. You will open that cell phone image. Okay. Let me just make sure we don't have to do anything else. So select, go to Google, find your images, save as, open Photoshop. Okay, so we've done this getting started. Now we're going to insert and size the image. So on our toolbar, the first thing we're going to do is go to the magic wand. We're going to click inside of the white part of our cell phone, and then we're going to copy and paste Control-C, Control-V, okay, to make it a layer by itself, just that white part. Okay, so I'm going to go back to Photoshop. I'm going to hold Alt, I'm just going to zoom in. I like when my thing is bigger, so, and then I'll use, I'll hold down my space bar to center it. Okay, the fourth button down on my toolbar. If you don't see the magic wand, hold your mouse down and you should be able to find it. It's kind of tucked here at the bottom. Click on the inside white part of your cell phone and you should see the little dancing lines. Okay, now we're going to copy and paste. We know the shortcuts for copy and paste. Control-C to copy, Control-V to paste. So I'm going to hold on my keyboard Control-C to copy, Control-V to paste. Go ahead and take a look at your layer section. You now have your background layer, and if I hide that, you have the inside layer of your cell phone all by itself. Okay? Make sure that inside layer is selected. You know me, I like to have my Move tool selected on my toolbar, so I'm going to select that. And now we're going to go to File, Place Embedded to put in the image that we have selected. So File, Place Embedded, wherever you saved it, if you saved it in your Downloads folder or if you saved it in your Google Drive. Here's the one that I used. I'm going to click Place, and it's tiny. Okay, I'm going to start grabbing sizing handles and extending the size. Okay, so I'm going to grab a corner. That keeps it in proportion. I'm going to grab this corner up here. Now, we don't want to go into really the black part of the case, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my opacity and lower it a little bit, just so I can kind of see through the image. See through the image a little bit and see where I am within the confines of the cell phone case. So I'm going to try to get as close as I can without going over. If you need to hold Shift, you can hold Shift. That will skew your image, but at least you will get it to fill up. Now remember, part of it is going to be coming off the page, so use my Move tool. I'm going to move this over. I'm just trying to get her leg inside. I'll leave it a little bit outside. Okay, we'll kind of go like that. Okay, and notice her arms are outside, everything's good. I'm going to go ahead and change my opacity back to 100. Okay, my picture is placed, so that is good. Let's see what we have to do next. I'm going to go back to the instructions. To use the sizing handles, blah, blah, blah. In the layer section, double click the name of the image. We're going to rename it image, and then we're going to duplicate it. Okay, so go back to Photoshop. Your image layer, the one that says download, or whatever it says. It might not say download. Double click on that word. I want you to rename it with the word image and hit enter. When you're done with that, we're going to right click. We're going to duplicate the layer. It'll be called image copy. That's perfectly fine. Click OK. Okay, notice I have the image copy layer selected. That's important. I'm going to go back to my instructions. And we are on this creating the mask section. Okay, it says select the image copy layer. We just did that. From the top drop-down menus, we're going to choose the word select and then subject. This should select only the person in your image. Okay, so I'm going to go back. with the image copy layer selected. Up here at the top with all these words, I'm going to go to select and find the word subject. Now it might take a minute, but Photoshop is going to work, and they're going to put the dancing lines around your person. If that didn't work, call me over. Let's see if we can figure out how to get that to work, okay? Now we're going to create what's called a layer mask, okay? Look in the bottom right corner. We have that toolbar where we've used FX before. We've used the adjustment circle. There's a button that is a rectangle with a gray circle in the middle. That is your layer mask button. Go ahead and click on that. It looks like nothing happened, but notice in your layer section, there is now this little black silhouette. That is called a layer mask, and that's perfectly fine. Leave it like that for right now. Okay, so that's what we just did in step 3. Now we're on step 4. You will see a black mask added to your layer. We just did that. Here we're on step 5. Right click on the dark gray section of your image copy layer and create your clipping mask. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to right click over in this gray section over here, and we're going to create a clipping mask right here. Okay, now again, it doesn't look like anything happened, but watch this. Do you see my image layer? Okay, again, well, here's my mouse. I'm going down to my layer section, my image layer. I'm going to hold my mouse on my image layer, and I'm going to slowly drag up so it intersects with my image copy. Look at what just happened to my image. Okay, let me bring it back down. Look at, you can see the background, you can see those purplish and pink flowers. When I drag it up, all that background disappears, and the only thing left is Taylor Swift. Okay, background, just slightly drag it up. When you see this part where the background's gone and you only see your subject, let go, and now you've clipped that person, and notice there are parts hanging off out into the sides, which is what we were looking for, right? But we're not done. Okay, it says if you need to do some cleaning up. Okay, we need some cleaning up, and I'm going to show you why. I'm going to zoom in on her leg down here. You can see how her leg is going into the cell phone case, so I want to erase that part. Here's what you do. Select the layer mask, which is that black and white silhouette. So I'm going to select the layer mask. On your toolbar, you're going to select the paintbrush, the brush, which is this one right here, brush. Look at your colors. Black has to be on top, white on the bottom. Adjust the size and the hardness of your brush if you need to. Okay, and I'm going to zoom in even more. I'm going to hold my space bar. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to erase the part of her leg that is overlapping. Now, if I erase too much, let's say I do, oh, look, it won't even let me erase too much. It won't even let me. So you shouldn't even have to worry about it. Okay. If it does let you erase too much, let me know and we'll come and figure out what's the problem. Okay, I'm going to hold Alt. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Okay, we're not done because we have to add our text, okay? This is just doing this all by itself. All right, let me just bring this back here. Okay, I need text. So on my toolbar, I'm going to click on T for text. I'm just going to draw a text box. Okay, I'm going to backspace away my text. I'm going to type ready for it. Ready. Boy, my computer's really moving slow. For it. Ready for it. Change the font, change the point size, change the color of your text, whatever you want to change. I'm just going to make this smaller. It makes it easier when I move it. I'm going to click the check mark to accept the changes. I like to be on my move tool, so I'm going to be on my move tool. That brings up my sizing handles. I'm going to do a couple things. I'm going to rotate my text. So I'm going to, if you hold shift, by the way, if you're rotating and you hold shift, it'll rotate like, I think every 30 degrees, 25 degrees, I don't know, whatever. Oops, oh, that's not good. Hold on, let's try that again. I want it to be at 90 degrees exactly, so it's going up and down instead of sideways. 90, okay. I'm going to click this. I'm going to use my sizing handles. If you want to hold shift while you're doing this. Let me just go back to my move tool here. I'm going to move this over. And then I'm going to hold shift. I'm going to drag this all the way down. Okay, I'm going to make it a little thicker, I think. Ah, I didn't hold shift. I should have held shift. Let me hold shift, make this a little thicker. Move it again. Okay, I'm going to click the check mark. You are required. You have to do a special effect or you will not get a 4. So let's go down to FX in the bottom right corner. You can bevel, you can add a outer glow, you can add a drop shadow, you can try any of these. I'm going to add a stroke, which is we learned is an outline color. I'm going to leave it at black. I actually like everything about it. So I'm going to click OK and I am done. That's what it's going to look like. So now I'm ready to file, save as. Okay, that's fine. Make sure you save it to the cloud, and then to turn it in, file, export, quick export as a PNG in order to submit in Canvas, okay? Good luck. I like this one, so hopefully you have fun with it too.